Welcome to Drilling into Crypto. I'm your host, Mohammed El Masri. Every week I speak to the leaders that are driving the global financial revolution. Drilling into Crypto puts the spotlight on the importance of crypto assets, on energy markets, and on global monetary policy. Great, welcome. Thank you for joining us on Drilling into Crypto, Beduil. How are you doing?
Thank you, Mohammed. The pleasure is mine. I'm doing well.
Amazing. I'm very glad to have come across your profile and appreciate you supporting the show. Seems like there's a lot we can talk about here. But I always like to start off by asking my guests about themselves, of course, to introduce themselves briefly, but also to understand about your journey into the crypto landscape and how you ventured into crypto and what you were doing before crypto. So please go ahead, tell us about yourself and your role at Crypto APIs.
Well, I started in Web3 since 2017. During that time was the hype of the ICOs. We were providing ICO SaaS platform, assisting projects to run their ICOs. And after 1 year, we noticed that most of the projects they struggle with building their projects because it's not an easy task to have your own nodes, to maintain your nodes, to take care of servers and all this stuff. And blockchain was still new for most of the people. So we decided to create a tool or a platform where can assist all the blockchain projects, all the Web3 projects actually, to build faster, easier, and cheaper any Web3 product. So we released Crypt APIs in 2018. Crypt APIs, it's REST APIs, on-chain. We provide on-chain blockchain data for the projects to be able to pull any data related to transactions, balances, token transfers, check fee recommendation, and all this stuff. So yeah, we are helping the projects to build faster, easier, and cheaper, as I mentioned, because they simply integrate our REST APIs in their backend instead of building their own nodes, taking care of DevOps, hard, soft forks, servers, and etc. And yeah, I would say that we so far we onboarded very trusted names from the industry that are trusting our solution. Big hardware worlds, exchanges, trading platforms, portfolio management, accounting companies. All these companies, they need blockchain data and instant notifications. We also provide instant notifications for incoming, outgoing transactions, new blocks, again, get fee recommendation and all this stuff. So yeah, before jumping in Web3, I was working as a business development manager in one of the biggest companies that are producing browse online games. I was responsible for publishing the products in Middle East and North Africa. And yeah, so far it was a good journey. But after that, I moved to the Web3.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel comfortable, and I'm happy that we are assisting many big companies from the industry to make things faster, easier, and cheaper for them. Also to assist new startups to kickstart faster by using our solutions.
Amazing.
So yeah, so far that's all.
I think it's really interesting, the crypto API's business model, and seeing where the real world asset tokenization is going. and that even governments are adopting, tokenization registries for example, real estate. In Dubai, we have the Dubai Land Department that set up the official registration on blockchain of real estate and the tokenization of real estate properties. And I believe your model actually is going to be much more required, given that you will need to fetch data through oracles in order to maintain the legitimacy of these tokens, right?
You're absolutely right, Mohammed. Yeah, UAE and they're very well known as a crypto-friendly region, which is great. We have many customers from this region as well. And yeah, definitely, our products could be used from any Web3 company, as I mentioned, and especially in real estate. Uh, this is also something they would need to check transactions when it comes uh, to buying or selling any asset. You would need to know in time when the transaction happened on the
Yeah.
blockchain. And this is where crypto APIs can assist and notify the involved parts whenever there is such event happen. I mean, incoming or outgoing transaction. Uh, what is the amount of the transaction and everything related to the particular transaction. Uh, Something more, uh, blockchain as a technology, um, it's a great, but there is a lot of complications in terms of if you would like to listen or to track a coin transaction or token transaction or internal transaction. These are three different types of transactions. And Crypto APIs is proud that we support all kind of transactions, which we can deliver real-time notifications about them.
Take me into a more complex journey of the API of a tokenized asset. Let's say, for example, a country wants to tokenize its natural resources, or even something more specific, a country is tokenizing its energy resources, and it's backing, the energy that is being consumed by the population or the industries by tokens. Like, how complex would it be for a nation to adopt this model and also be able to fetch all the data that goes through the whole cycle of an energy transaction? For example, someone as simple as someone paying their electricity bill, and if their electricity was tokenized, you know, there's or even more simple than that, the stock market today. You have a bunch of exchanges that are tokenizing existing shares of publicly listed companies, like fractional ownership of Tesla stock or Apple stock, etc. The transition of the fetching of all this data and the capability to keep informing the user or the consumer or the investor in real time. Um, how complex could that be? And where are the efficiencies that we as a people are benefiting from?
Well, this is a very good question, Mohammed. Um, to be honest, I'm not that technical to explain in technical details, but what I can say is that we simplify this way on getting this data. I mean, uh, transactions in tokens, um, it's something done between smart contracts. And to track these transactions, you should have a very complex integration within the blockchain in order to get this data. While we simplify this action, and the process is very simple. You just call a simple endpoint in our end, and we can get all these data fetched and aggregated for you.
Yeah, that pretty much simplifies the process because I think it's one of the most pressing matters when a company or a project owner is trying to make a decision on integrating tokenization or blockchain into their business model, that's, I think, one of the main complexities that anyone would have in their mind is how am I going to make this data usable, transferable, and immutable and registered, and all this fills a big gap that I believe is in the market. Um, and
You're right.
even
You're right, Mohammed. Everything, in my opinion, depends on how this token is backed. So if the tokenization company it's well known and with good reputation, and the assets are could be liquidated at any time, this should not be an issue. I mean, the trust should be in a high level.
Mhm. Yeah, the audit trail is very important, and that's what you provide, and that's what the blockchain provides is a proper audit trail that anybody can verify and trust, as long as it's built by a trusted source, as long as it's built by a trusted source. Otherwise,
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely.
yeah,
But again, what we provide, it's on-chain data and it's a public information.
yes,
But the way we do it, it's simplified, it's aggregated, so companies don't need to do any additional development on their side.
mhm,
They simply get the data via our REST APIs, and that's it. But this is
okay,
no sensitive data. It's a public data because the blockchain it's a centralized system,
yes.
and everything it's public as an information. But there are some complexity on how you can get this data, and we simplify this. This is our focus. We as a technology company, we are focused on the technology itself, which is the blockchain. And in my opinion, this is the future. I would compare blockchain with the internet in 1999, for example. In my opinion, this is the future. The technology itself could be used for many industries. Um, it's very helpful, convenience, fast, uh, secure, and yeah, you have all the 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 important points which any company would need.
How will the world look if it was all on Web3?
All the people will be more happy because everything will happen much faster,
I see, yeah,
especially if we are speaking about um, assets transactions. It could not be compared with the traditional transactions with the Web3 because you can transact assets in Web3 in seconds or in milliseconds. Um, this could not be compared with any other model for transferring assets.
that's
It
amazing.
happens fast, it happens with very low fees, and everything um, it could be tracked uh, on chain.
Yeah,
Um, you can see everything. I mean, it's not as it was before. You are sending money from one to another country. You are waiting. You don't know how long it would take. No, here things are happening much faster.
correct.
Um, I would say that it's very crucial and important for any Web3 project. The first thing, it's the data. Data, it's everything these days, and not any data. You should make sure that the data is accurate. So data, the accuracy of this data, which should uh, uh, turn on um, your alert to think from where you are getting your data. It should be from reputed provider. So on top of this, you can make a lot of decisions, right? Because based on data, you can make analysis, you can make reports, you can make decisions. So data, but again, I am stressing on this reputed data. It should be
This is
from
in
trust provider. Yeah.
This is amazing because, like you said, if the world was to turn to Web3 and all the blockchain data or all the data that is now registered on chain is derived from reputable sources or even from the sources themselves, um, then the world has the data in real time. Decision making starts to happen faster, transactions start to happen faster, productivity of the economies increase ultimately, eventually maybe outpacing inflation, right? I'm exaggerating at this point, but if the whole world was to go Web3, you, you would be able to make economies way more productive because they can make decisions faster, transact faster, and it's like creating new forms of wealth almost, imminently, but also with this transition, of course, comes a lot of challenges as we are seeing right now because the transition is taking place. Everything is pretty much going on blockchains, whether it's central bank digital currencies or whether it's tokenized real estate or whether it's your food product data that's being registered on certain blockchains or whether it's diplomas and bachelor degrees that are being registered on blockchain, driver's licenses, etc. But this is amazing. What you said is that, the world just simply becomes faster. Decision making becomes quicker, and ultimately productivity increases. So I'm just amazed by this simplification, which actually is a material piece of information for people to understand.
Yes, exactly. You are absolutely right, Mohammed. This is what I mean.
There's not much to say more after that. I mean,
Absolutely.
if we're
Absolutely.
if we're able to put it that way, the world becomes faster. And then you have the whole concept of being able to capture data for the purpose of AI workloads. So if you match this blockchain data with a AI analytic program, then have you had discussions internally or have you worked on projects that integrate blockchain with AI applications?
Yes, we did. We already have um, partners who are supporting both technologies. They have AI combined with the blockchain, and the part for the blockchain, we are assisting them.
Hmm.
At the moment, yeah, we had internal discussions. Maybe we could add AI feature as well,
Hmm.
because this is again uh, something which is already part of our lives, and I would say it's very helpful. Depends on who and how is using it. But yeah, definitely both could be combined on a very good way to work in symbiosis together.
How do you manage who and how is using it? Do you guys have like a KYC process or because you're just building software for people, so and they're using these REST APIs for their own purposes? Is that
No,
something that
yeah,
anyone
yeah.
can manage, or we have to trust that the market is is
Well,
considerate?
again, we don't do KYC because
Yeah.
our data it's not sensitive. I mean, it's a public data. We just make it on a simplified way. We aggregate it. We fetch. We make the heavy stuff of the development, and we provide you the ready-to-use data,
Okay.
which is not something sensitive. I mean, again, it's a public data. It's a decentralized data. Uh, so we don't require KYC for this.
Yeah.
But the other person who is using the blockchain and the AI, he should take care of from where he's pulling this data
Hmm.
and for what purpose they are using it. So yeah, it's up to each one.
This is interesting. From Web3 blockchain tokenization to AI integration for faster decision making and making the world a better and more productive place. Thank you, Beduil, for joining us. We appreciate you supporting the show. Um,
Thank you, Mohammed.
I would,
It's my pleasure.
and don't forget to join our supporters club. We appreciate you being part of it, and we'll be in touch.
Sure thing, Mohammed. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Thanks for drilling into crypto with us. If you enjoyed our discussion, please give us a like on your podcast app or social media, and don't forget to subscribe. Join us next time when we will deliver more perspectives on crypto asset mining, energy markets, and the global financial revolution.